What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. I can't think of a creative thing to go in between my name right now. Power's here, and today we're doing a video that did really well last year according to the numbers. You guys seem to like it, so we're bringing it back for this offseason. Today, it's what I think the Indianapolis Colts should do in the offseason. So, last year, most of what I said didn't happen. So that was unfortunate, but I feel like if the moves I said needed to be made were made, we would have won the Super Bowl. Like, all joking aside, we would have. That's just all I got to say. But this year, I got some new predictions about what I think is going to happen. And I think this is, if the Colts make all these moves, they will, without a doubt, be a Super Bowl contender. So we're going to get right into it. The first thing that needs addressed is the quarterback situation. Yeah. Carson Wentz, not the guy. I was really confident when we traded for him last year. I thought he was it, but he's not. He's not it. So it's just, we gotta, it's hard to think about, really. Just how many games he cost us. I'm fully convinced he is the main reason we are not in the playoffs right now. I mean, just take a look at this thing I saw on ESPN a few days ago. Look at how inconsistent he is. Especially in weeks 17 and 18, when we needed him to play his best, he played his worst. Carson Wentz, he's very talented. I'm going to give him that. He's got a lot of talent. Look at that throw he made against Arizona that won us that game. That was phenomenal. That was one of the greatest things I think I've ever seen while watching football. But he just, something is just not right in his mind. He has the talent to be such a good quarterback. He just doesn't have the mind for it. He has bad decision making. He is just not the guy. So, and it's really seeming like the Colts are going to get rid of him, which is a good thing because he's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. But he's just not the guy. I'm sorry. There's people really trying to defend him because his stats were good. You know who else's stats were good? Ryan Tannehill's, and look what happened to the Titans. Yeah, they lost to the Bengals after sacking Joe Burrow 9 times. So, yeah. And I think Titans fans are starting to see where I'm coming from about Ryan Tannehill. He's fucking garbage. Same thing with Carson Wentz. He's just not the guy. So we need to get rid of him, and it's looking like we're either going to release him or trade him. If we don't trade him by March 19th, we're probably going to cut him because if we get rid of him before March 19th, we've saved $15 million in cap space, which is a good thing. And with whatever we get out of Carson Wentz, or he could be a part of this deal, I think that the Indianapolis Colts should go out and get Russell Wilson. That's what I think we should do. Aaron Rodgers, that would be great. We'd probably have instant success with that. We would have instant success with Russell Wilson too. But the thing with Russell Wilson is we're not going to have to give up as much for him, and we're going to get to have him longer. Because he was in the same draft class as Andrew Luck. We'll probably get at least another 5 to 10 years out of Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers, he would give us 3 to 4 maybe, which is not enough time to build an establishment. If you have Russell Wilson, you're going to get a lot because he's that guy. He carried so many terrible Seattle teams into the playoffs. I'm just saying. And he didn't, people are making arguments that he's not that guy because he needed a defense to win a championship. Of course you do. It's literally defense wins championships. You know what Seattle hasn't had for the past 7 years? A defense. After 2015, their defense completely fell apart. Shut the fuck up, Watch. It doesn't matter what you think right now. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Russell Wilson is that guy. I think the Colts should go out and get him. It's going to be a lot more realistic. So what if we have to throw a draft pick or two out there? A couple first rounders. I'm totally down with that to get Russell Wilson. And we're not completely selling our future by doing that. Because, we can't go all in like the Rams did. That's just not how you are successful in this league. It's just not. Because the Rams, yeah, they have all of the good success right now, but in 3 years, they're going to be a poverty franchise because they don't have a first-round draft pick till like 2027 or something like that. I'm probably really wrong about that, but I'm just saying, I think the Colts should go out and get Russell Wilson. You don't have to completely sell your future to get him, and you're set for like the next 5 to 10 years, and you're destined to get at least one ring in that time. Because look at the team we have. We have a phenomenal defense. Our O-line is really good. Jonathan Taylor is the best running back in the league. You can quote me on that because it's true. I'm just saying, Russell Wilson, if you add him to the Colts, it would make a lot of sense. It would make the Colts way better. And that's all I got to say. If you want me to make another video, like going more into depth about why I think the Colts should get rid of Carson Wentz, because I could talk for probably 15 minutes about that, let me know. And I might make it just to try and milk as much NFL content as I possibly can during this offseason. So, yeah, that video might be coming in the future. So, quarterback position, I think we go out, trade 2 first-round picks or so to get Russell Wilson. That sounds like a plan to me. Now, the next thing that needs to be addressed is the left tackle position. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet there. Don't do what we did last year, Ballard. Don't go sign a dude out of his prime, because Eric Fisher, he was not the right move. I'm glad we only put him on a 1-year deal. Don't bring him back. Do not bring him back. If it were up to me, we still have a lot of picks in this draft. We might have a first-round pick, but we do have a lot of picks after the first round. And Ballard has been known for drafting gems in the second round. Look at Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman Jr. Those were both second-round picks in the same draft. And it was just very good. So, I think that we can easily get a lineman in this draft. This draft is lineman heavy. The only thing that this draft lacks is quarterbacks, which we won't need because we're going to get Russell Wilson. So, going out and drafting a left tackle, I don't care which one. Just get one of the good ones. And just to give Wilson some time if he is our quarterback. So, that's all I got to say. Just go out and draft a left tackle. I think that's the best thing we can do. Now, another thing that needs to be addressed, the receiving core. Michael Pittman Jr., he's good. He's a legit wide receiver 1. I fully believe that. But the rest of our receiving core, not so much. Zach Pascal, he's good, but he's not that type of guy. And everyone else has just a lot of question marks. So, what I think the Colts should do, I think we need to bring T.Y. Hilton back for 1 more year. I'm just going to say it right now. I think we should bring him back for 1 more year. I'm sure he would take a pay cut to come back here and try and chase a ring. Because he deserves a Super Bowl, and I think that would be very good. So, my thought process, go out into free agency, get yourself a receiver. I think Godwin, he's going to be available. And I think that you're going to be able to get him cheap because he is coming off of an ACL injury, and assuming that the Buccaneers don't tag him or re-sign him, I think that the Colts could get him for very cheap, and I think he'd be very good with us because you got Michael Pittman Jr. and Chris Godwin. That would be a dynamic duo. You can bring back T.Y. Hilton and play him in the slot because he still has speed. He's still a very speedy guy. So I think if you bring back T.Y. Hilton, he will help a lot. Playing him in the slot, I think that could be a very good thing. And just try and get him a ring because I think the receiving core of Pittman, Godwin, and T.Y. Hilton would be very good. And T.Y. Hilton could take a very much back seat because he wouldn't be getting paid much attention to because there's Chris Godwin and Michael Pittman Jr. So I think that if you do those 2 moves right there, I think the receiving core is 10 times better than it was last year. And now for the final thing, I think we gotta get better in the secondary. We just have to. Kenny Moore, he's a great player, but he is not a cornerback 1. He's better in the nickel. He's a nickel corner. He is not a lead corner on your team. Xavier Rhodes, he's still got some gas left. You can bring him back because when he's been healthy, he was decent this year. He didn't play terrible, but he didn't do particularly great either. He was middle of the pack. But the rest of our guys, we were also very injury prone too. Like that was a big issue in our secondary is we had so many injuries that Kenny Moore was forced to play out of his comfort zone, and he got exposed the last 2 weeks because of that. And This is a guy, he only made the Pro Bowl because of Hard Knocks. I'm fully convinced. But he's still a great player. It's just he is meant to play the nickel. He is a nickel corner. Like, there are specific positions for that. The nickel corner, that's the best part. We just need to bring in some corners. Go find some good corners to bring in, too. I think our safeties, they're fine. I think Julian Blackmon, he should be coming back. So, assuming that he has rehabbed well from his Achilles injury, I think he could be very good still. And maybe bring back Andrew Sendejo. I think he played a very pivotal role in our defense. He played very good in the safety position. So, that's my thing. I think getting some more pass rush, too, would definitely help. I definitely love the combination of DeForest Buckner and Kwity Paye. I think that they're going to be a dominant force for years to come. But just add some more D linemen. Like, get some outside linemen, because the interior is good. We just need to get a better outside pass rush. And I think if you do those things, you got yourself a really good team. So, just a quick recap. I think you should bring in Russell Wilson, draft a left tackle, bring in Chris Godwin, and re-sign T.Y. Hilton, and then get some help in the secondary. Good help in the secondary, too. So, if I was the GM, that would be the moves I would personally make. Now, if the Colts get Aaron Rodgers, that's cool. But I just don't want to have to sell our entire future to be good for a couple years. That's just what I like. I'm thinking about these moves while thinking about the future too, because we can't go spend crazy in free agency because we got a lot of contracts coming up that we're gonna have to pay, and it's gonna be people that we're not gonna let go. Like this guy right here, Big Q. There's no way we're letting him walk. Not a chance. So yeah, just we can do those things. We don't completely sell our future, because Wilson, we can get him because it seems like he's just... I'll get into that more in a later video, but it definitely seems like he would be a lot easier to get than Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, to expect a video in the future. I can't fucking talk today. I apologize if anyone's actually sat through this video this long. But I just think that those are the moves that are going to help the Colts get to the promised land. I think the Colts do get back to the Super Bowl. I mean, according to this thing that I screenshotted today on Twitter, we're going to play the Lions in the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I did the exact same thing last year, and I got the Rams and the Colts, and one of those teams were right, and the Rams were the away team. The AFC is the away team this year, so the Colts are making it to the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say. Anyway, yeah, expect a video in the future about my thoughts on the Colts quarterback situation and what they should do, assuming that I get a chance to make that video before they make a move at quarterback. So that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications, and follow everything in the description box below. See you guys next time. Bye.